This is actually kind of a continuation of an enhancement to a space that our partner agencies use that we call our Fresh Market. And in the winter, we had some AmeriCorps volunteers, young adult AmeriCorps volunteers, who helped start this enhancement to make the space more usable, more attractive. But today, other community partners, Food Lion, such great partners. They donate so much food during the course of the year. Well, today they're donating their time, their talent, and they've also donated some funds toward this enhancement. So it's just great to have them here, great to have them making an impact on the community in a new way today.
Well, and what's exciting is they get to learn about the food bank up close.
That's right. These are store managers who often then take leadership on their own stores donating food products to the food bank. But being the store manager, the overall store manager, they're not as innately connected to the actual food going out of the store. That's usually the receivers at a grocery store who get involved in that. So for the managers to come and see where their food is going, how it's going out to the agencies, how it is impacting, with their leadership in their own stores, it should encourage them as managers to put a little more squeeze on the orange in their own store and might generate even more food for the community.
Well, and they're doing things, everything they're doing is helpful to you, but for you to have people do this, you really don't have the time.
No, it really is very volunteer driven. This kind of operation can almost only be done by volunteers because our staff's busy every day that they're working in terms of trying to take care of the community, not so much invested in taking care of the space in which we operate. So volunteers are very essential to that, and volunteers love it. You know, it is a day out of the office or the store in their case, but it's also a way to feel that they are directly contributing to our impact, and that's very satisfying to them.
Well, and as I watch them, I mean, there's a lot of enthusiasm here. I mean, they're happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're definitely enhancing the space. So, I mean, there's happiness for us as staff and knowing that our agency partners are going to benefit from this as well. But I think they are happy because they're having team building. They're working across the different stores. Again, managers from different stores. So it's a chance to bond among themselves, a chance to celebrate their corporate identity, and a chance to just give back to the community in a way that really feeds their soul.
Well, and this is a good example. This is Exhibit A of if you've got an organization that could do something like this, you can have a big impact with the food bank.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously we need to schedule these things around our capacity to handle them and the capacity of those who are volunteering. But it is an example, a corporate example of how just offering to help can yield something powerful and create an opportunity for that corporation to give and to be recognized, but also to give in an impactful way.
And in these days, the food bank certainly needs this kind of volunteerism and people who can donate money.
We do, yes. Every dollar donated contributes to 2 meals in the community, so that's always important to recognize that time is a great asset. Finances are a critical asset as well. So there are many ways to give. Advocacy is a way to give, getting involved in reaching out to your legislators, letting them know how important funding from federal or state organizations are to us. But you said how critical this time is because we face an ever-rising demand, it seems, for our services against the backdrop of federal funding cuts and other kind of funding cuts that are taking away some of those resources from us. So it's great to have this volunteerism, this corporate investment to replace some of those resources.
Well, and you've had some national politicians here on the federal level here recently, and it's scary what we're looking at.
It really is. Yeah, it's been good to see that those who represent us locally and at a federal level are taking a strong interest in understanding the community and how the community is affected by some of the decisions coming out of Washington, coming out of Richmond. But it does continue to require voices to be raised and people to be encouraged to recognize that, let's think of the little people. Let's think of those who rely on these services on a daily basis. And I think the politicians get that to some degree, but it can be a little theoretical. So it is important that people who understand it and experience it are able to raise their voice and say, look, we need your help right here in this community.
FredFood.org, and again, a big thanks to Food Lion for
Absolutely.
stepping out.
Food Lion feeds, and today's feeding their soul too.